Alright, the trx-4 Bronco Sunset, and we got the Mega Truck version with the lift kit on it, and the 2.6 J Concepts drags and wheels, and King Flanks. And over here is also the new 2.2 King Flanks. These are the hard compound. We'll get into that in a minute. Orion messaged me a few times about tires, wheels, yada yada yada. That jazz. Wondering about different things. The what's in the trucks and stuff like that. Both trucks are running a Mamba X system with Castle engines, Savox servos, stuff like that. This is all going to be a freehand video because I don't have a camera stand. So we'll set the other body over here and this one. Spin it back around. We'll hold it by its leash here. The Savox 1210 SG waterproof one. That's that blue aluminum case. We got a slate motor. I believe it is 1820 or 28 something. Can we even zoom in on that? It's kind of dark. But I can read that it doesn't say it on this side. Mamba X system. Pretty much other than that, all the servos, micro servos, stock, still holding up. This one actually has a whatchamacallit servo inside, or receiver inside. The servo boxes have been moved because the lead on the Mamba X is short, so you gotta move this a little bit over or run an extension cable, which actually that's off the servo, but you gotta move this a little bit. That's why it's not bolted down actually. Right now I got a Spectrum receiver in there for a DX5 Rugged. Pretty cool remote. It's got all the bumpers and stuff on it. Isn't that cool? My thumbs are kind of short, so this little thumb steering thing works out really well. But yeah, this one, it's got a custom lift in it. Just slightly modified. Currently it has the RC 4-wheel drive King shocks in it. These are actually parts, you can see that they leak oil too. Everything I have leaks oil. These are rear shocks, I believe, for a Traxxas Slash, which are about 100, 110, 105 millimeter long. They work out pretty good. They look right. They look cool. They do the part. Yeah, let's get this out of the way. I don't need to be hanging off of there right now. The drag bar just got hooked on the fucking stand. Let's put that up here. Bumpers are custom made by me. TIG welded some steel together. And they get hammered, punished, and they worked really good. Hard to tell, but they're in there the right way they should be. I put aluminum mounts in the front and rear. I think on this one have it front and rear. Yeah, aluminum hot racing. The front's a square one, the back one's kind of a, I don't know, what is that, 3/16 solid bar with a Reese hitch in it. And this truck, let's drop the body back on, because he was asking about axles, stuff like that. Want to know some good details. Come on, get back on there. So we'll do some details here once we get this body to sit on here, right? It's a nice Saturday afternoon. I ain't doing nothing else. Why are you fitting in there? Hello, rear body post. Why? Where are you? There we go. Got them situated. Probably should have thrown on the good old body clips here. Maybe at least 2. Let's run a couple of them. Yeah, yeah, don't ask me why, but I put the sticker off a hat on the hood like it was a fucking bill of a hat. Kind of funny. Whatever. But he asked me about RC 4-wheel drive wheels, and making it wider, making it not wide, or whichever. How'd I get to where I was? So, currently, this has the aluminum beadlock pro lines. They're called rock shooters. They have the 5.4 pro line boggers, which are pretty sweet. Although, with these wheels, they make the tire look a little bit narrow because it's a typical 1.9 wheel. Compared to, say, the RC 4-wheel drive deep dish wagon wheel, which is one of my favorites. Yeah, actually it is pretty much my favorite wheel. The problem is RC 4-wheel drive wheels don't really work good with the bead on a pro line. These have like an L-shaped bead. These have a wedge, like a triangle shaped bead lock in the wheel, which makes a little bit of a problem. These wheels only really work good with Pipple tires, Rock RC 4-wheel drive tires, and I think there's another company. It kind of slips in my mind right now. I don't really know off the top of my head. Not a seasoned pro at this. But I ended up taking some 2-inch PVC pipe and beveling the edge on it because other people were doing it and having good luck with it. I tried this for a while and I did it with these tires. I have 2 sets of these wheels. Like, here's one set right here, all 4 of them. And then over here, there's another set with the RC 4-wheel drive growlers on it. So, these ones haven't even been run yet. These ones have been run, and they still slip beads. When I had the boggers on them, and I even had a set of swampers on them. These are the 4 3/4 swampers. Now they're on a different beadlock pro-line wheel. It's hard to see. You got the backlight from the sun coming in. But those ones, they work out. Haven't ripped off yet. Haven't ripped off anything yet because I haven't really driven too much lately. Just that bog truck, and actually X-Max I've driven. Behemoth, well, ripped the body off of him. It's another story, different time. But back to this. The problem with pro-line wheels on RC 4-wheel drive, or pro-line tires, RC 4-wheel drive rims, the beads ain't right. They sell these cool blue ones, these internal bead locks, but they do not work on a wide wheel. They work on the standard side. The difference in width is about 1/4 of an inch for the wheel itself, or the 2 internal bead locks. Figure that's the custom one I made for the wide ring, and that's one for a standard. So you get about 1/4 inch there, maybe 5/16. That's the problem you run in there. But you can run them. They look awesome. I love the look, the offset, because the offset of the wheel puts it right at like almost 0 to the edge of the wheel. It's badass. Whereas even these narrower wheels, the hub is inset quite a bit towards 0. These are pretty negative. They worked awesome. Even if you let's see here. Let me throw this on here. And you can already tell that just by holding the wheel on there, it's wider. It's already sticking out quite a bit further than the bogger in the back, which offset that negative look. Get that big wide offset, the fat stance going, especially helped with the taller tire. The taller tire, being that it's half an inch taller, really helped with balance. Before the cool pictures, the first pictures I put up of this truck, it did not have the extended hubs. And then also these are 6mm wide brass hex hubs. I think the original stuff is similar to this. It's got that step in it. Let's see, where can I get it in the light where it shows up? There we go. Typical, I don't know, I think Axial does these too. These actually might be off a SMT10 up on the left there. That's another thing. These wheels give you another issue. Not having enough thread to thread these on. That's where you add in a little washer. This is just a typical, I don't know, 5x10 or 4x10, 3x10, something. Brass bushing, which you shake that around in there. Get that down in there. And use that as a washer. And it'll give you enough thread. Oop, wait, losing the phone. It'll give you enough thread to mount that on there. Well, these are the MIP shafts. The other ones on the Traxxas stock axle shaft will not have enough room. These ones, you don't need to run it on the MIP shafts, but yeah, I wouldn't suggest using the little brass washer. Brass bushing. The brass bushing works good with just the TRX axle shafts. But that was one thing I figured out. Other things I figured out were, now that I have these out here, that's why I threw them all out here, or different things I figured out. These are Traxxas Stampede hex hubs, the fatter ones. I don't know if they're for the front or for the rear of the Stampede. I forgot which one it is. This is the other one. One's the front, one's the rear. Don't know which one. But with these Dragon wheels, the hubs that come with it, they come with a whole bunch of different plastic hubs. Like, let's move these paddles out of the way. Like these right here. Ooh, that might actually be the bad set right there. Yeah, I gotta watch out, because, let's see here, all the ribs are kind of laid over. The hex is good, but the ribs going into it don't work out so good. So your typical SMT or TRX hub hex will not fit in these very well. Kinda doesn't want to drop in there at all, right? Will not go in, because it's all mangled. They're just kind of laid over. So that's where these narrow TRX ones came into play, and they fit in there much better. Not the greatest still, but better than stock. That's just one thing. And then also, here's another thing. We got these, I think these are the Samix. Come on, zero in. Hexes. Behind them is the MIP red spacer, which is just kind of dirty and you can't really see. Let's see here. I have something to clean them off with. Not really. I can't get to anything. Everything's piled behind everything. So, whatever. Yeah. What about in the rear? Can you see it in the rear? It might be a little bit cleaner. Nope. But those are the Samix hubs. And along with the Samix and the you will need the MIPS to be wider, or else you won't be able to get a nut on there. You'll get a nut on there, but it'll only be like 2 or 3 threads, and you'll have issues. But that's some of the wheel talk and drive shaft, or not drive shaft. Actually, both these trucks run stock drive shafts. They are a little slightly twisted, but they are still the original pieces in both trucks. Well, what else can I talk about? Oh, wait, you know what I need? I need some beer. Hexes, hubs, well, hex hubs, whatever you want to call them. Beadlock rings, well, internal beadlock rings. Did them with a Dremel. Those only fit stock with, not the deep dish, wagon wheels. Let's see. So those are, you got some rock piece, Pipple rock piece on wide wagon wheels. We got RC 4-wheel drive growlers on wagon wheels. We got stock trx-4 Bronco wheels. We got some crush locks with 2.6 flings. We got 2.2 mud bashers from RC 4-wheel drive. In the back, you have some old school. This is my next little thing I wanted to get into. Proline sand paws on an old school rustler wheel. And then it's got a decent, it's slightly negative offset. Kind of got that deep dish look. They have been on this truck before. Well, at least, these were in the rear anyways. These tires were in the rear, and we were doing some hill climbs, and it was pretty sweet. I don't think those are going to fit very well on this hex hub, but they were pretty sweet. We did hill climbs. It was fun. Drew up roost everywhere. Actually ran those in the rear, and these crazy spike tires in the front. It's really cool because these are actually a rear tire too. They're supposed to be set up with a rib tire in the front for a old school stadium truck. Pretty badass. It worked out good. They're lighting shit up. The thing is, your 2.2 wheel. Like if you buy a trail 2.2 wheel, it's going to be very narrow. Probably like this narrow, or narrow like a stock one. If you go old school with, say, a rustler tire or a stadium truck wheel, you're going to get that look you were looking for on doing a stretch wheel. Hey. We'll give that thing a quick spin. Yay! Some other guys were always fucking laughing at it. Spin it again. RPM did a lot back in the day of old school wheels. Like this is a revolver. It's like the only 2.2 truck wheel still heavily available. Get it for hexed out 12mm 4-wheel drive. And then you look at how wide this thing is. This was originally for a stadium truck. It gives you that mall crawler idea look, but it's not really deep enough, you know? And you roll up this guy next to it, and it's pretty deep. There's only a few companies making a really deep dish anymore. Everything else stadium is race. They're just a smooth dish or flat out or with a disc. The J Concepts years ago made some wheels for the stadium, or not stadium, Stampede. They are, I think they're called Tensor or something. They got this neat little center cap that you can bolt in there. They did 2 different center caps, one open, one closed, so you can get to it with your wrench still. But just like other 2.2 truck wheels, not sure what company these are. I think these are actually Prolines. Yes, they are a Proline 2.2 truck wheel. I actually picked these up for a slash thinking they were 2.0, 2.3. Or 2.02. Can't even say it now. 2.2 slash 3.0. Thought they were that, but turns out no, they're just flat 2.2s. It's like shit. But still, in regard, the what do you call it? Backspacing or what are we talking about? Positive, negative, whatever. These are almost positive 0 with the offset. Offset, that's what we're talking about. Offset, offset. And then you look at these, and these are way sunken in. So these are probably like a positive something where they won't even fit on most trucks without hitting something. Hitting on that foot, on that upper steering link. These ones ain't as deep, but and remember, this is a wide. Hold on a second. Okay, still going. If anybody's still following with my blabbering, it's 20 minutes into this video. Holy shit! Need more beer. But the 2.2s, everybody is loving this new tire right here. The 2.2 J Concepts Kingswing, which just came out. Let's drop this truck down here a little bit. They call him a junior, but we're not really a junior. Let's roll them out of the way. There's a regular 2.6. Not much difference on them. Looking for wheels for these. 2.2. You got your Midwest. Your Midwest look like these badass jibbers right here, which don't have center caps in them right now. Look awesome on a clod-sized truck. Badass, especially with a smaller body. Some trucks, like these bodies, are way bigger than the J Concepts bodies. They look a little off, look small. With these, you wish they were just a little bit smaller. But for doing wheels for these guys, besides the Midwest tires, I think these are from a Venom Creeper. These are on the Mud Basher. A very much narrower tire. Quite a bit. These want to be on a stadium-sized tire. Or wheel. So, your revolver. The old school Traxxas stuff. Something deep. But with a negative offset. Check this out. This is a Blackfoot wheel. With a wicked offset to it. This is from a 1990 or 80s Blackfoot truck. 2.2. Nice and wide, just like your regular stadium truck wheels. But it's got that flat, plain look inside, like a mud truck type deal. And these things are almost right in there with the size of a Renegade from J Concepts. Those tires are usually on that other truck with the 2.2s and the Midwest wheels. But I did have a couple pictures posted up of these tires on this truck, but just like in the narrower ones on this. These are just some pieces of Lexan with some aluminum foil over them, basically that aluminum foil tape that you can buy. Custom made bumper, made that. Pinstriping. I think Green Can 4600 in this one. Traxxas shocks, Traxxas lift, Momback system. Whole bunch of cool shit going on right here. And you know, you can never have enough tires, right? I don't know why this thing keeps glitching. Tires, tires, tires. Beer. More tires. Beer and tires. Come over here. And you got more tires. Wheels. Some more tires and wheels up there. Parts. Tires and wheels. Tires and wheels. Yeah. But, I hope that answered some of the questions. I know, I probably was fucking, screwing around a bit. But the other shit that's in the room. Yeah. Oh yeah, then there's a slash. Another slash. That's a slash over there. A stampede. That truck right there is actually an extended stampede. Do something. Do a kickflip. Yeah. And I got some Lego shit too. But yeah, piles of shit. Always something to work on. Always something to work on if you get time away from friends and family. It's like me time. Somebody's always, hey, can you do this? Can you do that? But that's just a vid of some shit. Any other questions? Let me know in the comments. I usually get to some stuff here and there. Alright. Later, man. Hope this helped out, Orion. Later.